They're playing a bunch of 80s music upstairs, and they played right now it's Walk Like an Egyptian. And the song
Ooh.
beforehand was I forget the name, but it's the it's the JoJo song from season 4,
Roundabout?
Chicken Cherry Cola.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if I know that
That's
one.
on the playlist at work, and I was like, shit, someone must like JoJo. And everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You look nice today, Adrian.
Thank you. If I can't leave my house, I may as well dress up for a Zoom call.
I gotcha. I started wearing makeup again like 2 months ago after not wearing it for 6 months, just because why not? Might as well. I don't wear it for you guys, but for work.
Offended?
One
You
time
did
I
that
did.
One time, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I just left it on from work though.
Yeah.
A lot of Fridays I don't end up doing it, but other days of the week I do.
Them eyeballs were popping.
Thank you. It doesn't take much because I have very pale lashes.
And on that note, we're live.
Woo!
Welcome back, everyone, to Roll Call. And like always, before we get into this story, let's do some character introductions. And I have my dice bag ready this time. And we'll start with Robert. Go ahead.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. My name is Robert, and I play Tingle Rumbletron. He is a gnomish armorer artificer who is an ex-cannibal cultist and is now running around with these people trying to help a town find some missing folks. Mostly for the money, and yeah, that's pretty much all his reason. He doesn't care about the people. And anyways, I'm going to now hand it off to Gia, aka Valsira.
Thank you. I am playing Valsira. She is a... Were you laughing at me?
No. I thought you said I'm playing a Valsira, so
I'm playing a Valsira. We all know what a Valsira is. She is a tiefling with dark purple skin. Is it dark purple skin? And what does she look like? She has dark curly hair. I guess just kind of mid-tone purple skin. And she is a... Wow, I'm sorry. I can't remember anything about her today. She is a Monster Slayer Ranger. She wears a lot of black and sunglasses, and she's been convinced that she's a really good detective, but she is not actually a good detective at all.
Next. Who should...
Oh, I have to pick someone, sorry.
Yes.
Let's go with Dylan, who's shaking his head at me in disgust.
Yeah, actually, that was the emotion I was feeling. I'm Dylan. I'm playing Zubrik Ilumumuisi. He is a conjuration wizard, anthropologist. He is also a light red-skinned hobgoblin. And he just punched pretty much a baby in the face. So we're going to deal with that eventually.
Wait, you punched a baby in the face?
I would like to pass it off to the baby. Clover.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, I'm Tristan. I'm playing Clover, who is deeply offended about being punched. They are halfling, life cleric of Liara, olive skin, red hair, freckles, and naive, very upbeat, and doesn't really understand what's considered normal day-to-day life. Yeah. How about the best card reader in all of... What's the world's name?
Særald.
Særald. Emilio.
Hello, I am Adrian. I play Emilio, the Shadow Kai Drow Circle of Stars Druid. He has deep purple skin, silver hair, as drows normally do, and he reads tarot cards and draws all of his magic and inspiration from deep within the cosmos. And today I am sporting one of those tarot cards in my ear because why the hell not? And he is totally uninvested in this mystery and kind of wants to get the hell out of this place. And he's gonna pass it off to the person that seems to always give him the most trouble, Bloodbeard.
Hello, I'm Ian. I'm playing Bloodbeard. He is a tiefling who is kind of red, kind of not dead. Mix of fighter, rogue, swashbuckler. He's just angry all the time. Yeah, he's, trying to wrap his mind around all the shenanigans that happened last time. That's really all I got. That's all I got. And I believe that was everyone, right? Yeah, it's Robert. Dylan, you. I'm gonna pass it to the DM, Pete.
All right, thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Parky Park. I'll be your DM for this campaign in the world of Særald as for the foreseeable future. And I believe, Robert, you have our recap ready for us this week.
I do. Alrighty, so here we go. I definitely have this written down ahead of time because I definitely had time. Okay, well, let's try and get our thoughts in order. Man, that was one hell of a night. I really did not expect Bloodbeard to survive that, or, anybody else, I guess. Because, jeez Louise, I swear, I pretty sure I saw the seer get, kicked. Oh, I think it was, 3 times? Well, those boots put dent in my armor, so I don't know what their sternum is made of, because I swear that was stronger than iron. Well, anyways, so we all survived, but now we gotta go find this Allurin guy, because he's a kind of a prime suspect in this whole, murder mystery thing where that lady went missing. It's not really that big of a problem, because if she stays missing, I gotta keep her golden candlesticks, so, works out. But, okay, I guess we're gonna head off and interrogate him now. Bye! Journal? Thing? Okay, new entry. Just got back, now we've got a slave.
That's it. All right.
Short and sweet.
Were you channeling your grung guy at the last second there?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that recap. So yeah, basically you talk to Allurin, who is your prime suspect still. Some of you believe he's still innocent, some of you maybe not. But either way, just to keep an eye on him, you have asked the sheriff if you can take him with you and keep him with you so you could keep an eye on him to make sure he isn't doing anything evil or bad, for the foreseeable future until you're done with this job. So yeah, that's where we're picking up. You have just left Allurin's shop called the Bronze Cauldron, I believe, and now it is and you have also agreed to look into 2 individuals that have not returned from the night before, that have gone skiffing from the night before. When you step out of the Bronze Cauldron, you see that someone notices the sheriff, and it's it's Shelly from Shelly Skiffs. She comes over and you see her kind of gesture the sheriff over, talk to him away from you, and he comes over to you all. He's like, you haven't been digging around the abandoned blacksmiths, have you?
No, we haven't.
Sounded Park, have we?
No.
All right, cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, I believe you guys didn't do that and did basically a lot of other stuff. Went to the farmhouse. I know that. So, he's like, all right, well, Shelly, I'll take a look into it. Seems like someone's been stealing supplies out of there. Not sure for how long, but
Supplies? Like what?
I'm guessing some of the old mining supplies that never got back, from what I could tell. Maybe even some hand tools. I mean, the farmers get everything they need, so no need to steal. And that building still technically belongs to, well, the previous owner.
Could
I
be
wonder
some.
if it was the red caps. Oh,
Oh.
sorry, Tingle. You
Oh, but
got something in your mouth there. Let me just fix your. There you go. What were you saying, buddy?
that was literally what you were saying. What are you doing?
I don't know. You just kind of like cut out there for a second.
Oh, that's probably because I'm connected through a weird aether connection. Anyways, I would say that maybe it was the red caps stealing it to like dig out the bodies.
Yeah, so
Maybe.
you think how them red caps get into this town then?
They were up north
Well,
at the
probably-
temple.
Yeah.
No, I mean how'd they get way into the town, because the blacksmith's still in the town.
They
Oh,
walked in.
either
Well,
that
that's-
or they had the Banderhob sneak in. Those things
I'm-
are crazy sneaky.
I mean, full offense to you, it's not very hard for people to go missing under your watch.
Now, I don't need that type of attitude in my town. I get it, you're here to help, but if you have any information on how these red caps you say got in, then I'm gonna need it. As for the watch, the them farm boys, they're definitely paying attention out there. None of them want to be out there, so they would have rung the bell if something was up.
But can they see the invisible?
So you're saying these red caps can go invisible?
Not
If they're
Right.
inside a transportation Vanderhop,
What's Manderhob?
big frog thing. I just spent the majority of my time yesterday inside of one, and not in a skiffing kind of manner.
Not in a fun way.
Not
So-
in a fun way. Not that I think there is such a thing as a fun way of being inside a Banderhob.
So
They
I-
seem to they seem to be more sneaky at nighttime, so yeah, keep that in mind.
We've witnessed a hag climb inside of one and it seemingly disappear out of nowhere.
So you're saying these things now can kind of get into wherever they need to, whether we like it or not.
yeah, you can't do.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pete. Whenever someone says whether we like it or not, I just immediately go, whether we wanted to or not, we've stepped into a wall with a ball on Mars.
Continuing. Sorry. So he's like, well, all right then. Guess I'll see if I could make sure there are no extra openings. I'll do a little lap around the place. As for the rest of you, if you need any supplies to get out there, down in the bogs, down south, you're definitely going to need a skiff, unless you want to be wading through waist to chest deep high waters.
How would skiffing help with this?
I only
Get-
learned about skiffing the other day.
Get yourself a
I don't wanna
skiff, which
partake.
is the boat that Shelly should have a few extras of, and grab a few oars and get out there.
Kind of obscene name for a type of boat, but all right.
I have no idea what you mean.
I'll wink at them and be like, I understand. Let's go get that skiff.
So a little bit goes by. It's still relatively early in the day. Shelly is going to take you to her workplace, get you set up with a few boats, 2 because all 6 of you can fit, but Lauren's here, so she got you an extra one. And yeah, sets you and lets you know which way to head, which is out the south gate, and just basically head straight south as best you can. That's usually the direction that they head.
You said we could grab supplies, right?
Yes, you could grab supplies. If you want to do anything else in the town, you can. Basically, what I want to say is you have the supplies to go down further south now. So don't worry about that. If you have other stuff you want to do in the town, you can do that first. So Lauren's with you too.
Could I grab some oil vials?
My audio cut out. Sorry about that.
So you're gonna. It's all good. Go. So you're gonna try to buy some oil vials, you said?
Yes, and like a tin of lard.
Okay. And why? And I mean, where do you think you're going to go buy that stuff?
I would assume I could just pawn the lard off from the what's it called? The place we ate at this morning.
Oh yeah, you could get some lard out of there for sure.
And I'm sure they have oil there too. If not, I'll go to the
you get it at the general store.
Oh, that works too.
Yeah.
It's oil. I just need oil and lard.
Okay. Well, if you want to try to convince a Lauren, you can, because he probably does have excess oil.
If you need oil, Zubik, I've got some troll oil too.
We might need the troll oil for something else later.
Oh, okay.
You all have troll oil. That's a Lauren.
Well, why does it matter to you?
Well, it's kind of an ingredient that I don't really get to see often. But
It looks like oil.
Oh yes, but I can do a few things with it depending on how refined it already is.
And would you be willing to teach for freedom?
You're not a prisoner, don't worry.
I mean, I can show you how, but it's gonna take a few days to show you. I could also try to write down the steps. That might help.
Oh, perfect.
But
now, I'll cuddle with you.
thank you. Usually there's only one ore to skiff, but thank you, I guess.
Oh, well, okay, take it away.
Pete, I'm just gonna type to you the rest of the stuff I want to get, so we don't take too much time.
Okay. I mean, you can go talk to like the general store owner and stuff like that if you guys want to. I am fine with doing that. Otherwise, anyone else doing anything?
I think I'm good.
I don't need anything.
Must we take a boat?
I'd love health potions, but I'm too poor.
Oh,
Health potions actually is a good idea.
if you need potions, well, I want to show that I don't mean to be hiding information without a reason. So, and I haven't done anything that have been happening to the town. So if some potions will help you get to the bottom of this and clear my name, I can at least bring one.
That'd be helpful.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, but I would like to.
If you would like to buy a few, I can sell you some. I do have a few extras still in the back.
I purchase.
Well,
how much are they?
They're 55 a piece.
Silver?
Gold.
Alright, I will. Oh no, I have a lot less gold than I. Wait, huh?
Is it 95% off or 90% off? Thank you.
Wait, I do actually have enough to buy one.
Okay.
Platinum is 10 gold per piece, right?
Yes.
All right, so I hand him 6 platinum
Mm-hmm.
in order to receive 5 gold and change.
Yes. And then he goes into the back, rifles through a few, cabinets and shelves, and he pulls out 2 ready-made, or 1 ready-made health potion and brings it out and hands it to you.
Amelia, what were you saying before?
I really am not keen on having to go in a skiffing boat.
Yeah. After hearing what skiffing is, I don't want to partake.
And if you're worried about getting seasick, that's not really a thing on small boats.
That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the fluids that may be found in this boat that aren't.
Well, the whole point is to keep
I
you
can clean
dry
up a little bit.
and out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Tingle
rather
will walk over to the boat. Out of his armor, a little mechanical spider will pop out and just start using a little vacuum across all the surfaces of the boat as he prestidigitates it foot by foot clean.
Okay.
That doesn't
Nice.
help me get the idea of those unconscionable acts out of my head.
What do you all actually think skiffing is?
A sexual act.
No.
Yeah.
It's
What?
it's
Weird?
nowhere.
Orgies.
It is absolutely not. It's
Oh, it definitely is. You're just calling boating skiffing. I can see where the mix-up is coming from. We're going boating. We're not going skiffing.
no.
This whole time, I thought they were all skiffing out of the swamp. I thought, what's a weird place to go skiffing? But, that makes a lot more sense now that I think about it.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. It would also explain why they're acting so weird every time we bring it up and act like that.
I just thought these people had absolutely no shame.
Amelia's gonna hit Bloodbeard in the stomach with a quarter staff.
2 questions. First one,
This.
Better roll for that, shithead.
Yeah, you could actually roll your attack. What were you saying, Tristan?
Suck a dick, Emilio!
2 questions. One, is skiffing maybe a regional dialect? And second, Lauren, do you guys get made fun of for skiffing?
No. I mean,
How many pirates actually come out this way, though? Like,
not
on the real.
not too many. I mean, there's kind of a rumor that that possibly, wait, give me a second. Thaldric might have been part of a crew or something, but other than that, not many pirates come through here.
It's a little on the landlocked side.
Yeah, we have enough water, but not really a dock, I guess.
Well, I'm up to go boating.
Well, if you're all
I'm also down to go boating. I'd be down for skiffing too, just maybe not here.
With whom?
Huh?
I don't know. Someone.
Fake. All right. Well,
I
how are we
didn't
gonna?
say anyone right here. I'm sure there's somebody. Anyway, we're losing. I don't have enough gold for paying.
Skippers?
Never mind.
well, we can head out whenever you all are ready. I could take care of one of the boats, but someone's gonna need to take control of the other one.
I think the obvious answer is Bloodbeard.
Okay. So you guys hop on your little boats, skiffs.
Split up.
Didn't we get that other potion from you as well?
I bought a potion.
Yeah, and he volunteered a free one too.
Oh yeah,
Right.
he says he didn't bring one out, like pull another one out, but he says he's bringing one.
Too cool.
Duperk, I think you should take the potion. You're a little, yeah.
All right.
Being called weak.
I didn't say anything.
I will say
Is there, like,
also.
focus?
I forgot to do this. Bloodbeard would at some point have switched from his hide armor to his chainmail. from stealth to kill.
Okay.
Ooh.
Kill mode activated.
Kill mode activated.
All right, Pete, how much is that stuff I needed?
Dozen eggs, sizable black bag of black pepper, a bag of flour. Okay. Let me check.
Are you trying to make food? You have lard, pepper.
Yeah, I'm baking a fucking cake, Tristan. That's what's going on. Really shitty cake. It doesn't have to be big, Pete.
Okay. Then if that's the case, probably mason jar. I would say probably like a gold.
That's it for all of it?
Yeah. I
Right.
mean, you're getting the basics, like, basic stuff. And the oil, you said not a lot, so I'm guessing like a flask.
Like vials or flasks will work.
Yeah.
Or maybe one normal size and 2 tiny.
So 2 flasks.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Well, let's just say that's still about a gold. Still overcharging you probably.
No problem.
Okay. Cool. So you get your supplies at I'll let you know, it is a lot of it you actually get at the general store here. The green bottle, and you meet the owner, who is Ellie Greenbottle, a gnome lady, and also a cat.
Like a cat person?
No,
Or just like an actual cat
actual
that
cat.
talks?
No, like a pet, like a
tabaxi, or
no,
a
like
cat?
a cat.
Like a bodega cat.
Like the cat from Dark Souls that sits in the windowsill.
Store cat.
A
Oh,
bodega.
so there's a cat as well as the owner there.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Oh, I thought
okay,
the
because
owner
there was no
was a
split.
cat.
No.
You meet Ellie Greenbottle, a cat.
No, I
Yes.
said
Oh,
the cat.
I said
lady.
gnome. I said gnome for that.
Nah.
Oh, the cat part is what I homed in on there.
Yeah,
Let's
you
go
guys.
skiffing.
All right.
Let's call it that.
I want to know how you guys are kind of splitting up the groups in a way.
I'm going with Lauren.
Lauren.
I'm going opposite of Clover.
Okay. So
I don't necessarily know if I want to.
I will join those two to try to give a buffer to their
I'll
relationship.
just go wherever there's a spot available.
okay, who's going to Lauren's side?
Zubrick?
And myself. Zubrick is unknown right now. You want to come with us, Zubrick?
Sure.
Okay, so Zubrick, Clover, Tingle on one boat with a Lauren, and the other boat is Emilio, Bloodbeard, and Valsira.
Yes.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Awesome. And give me a second.
While we're on this boat, Pete, I am going to be poking a hole in each of the eggs and draining the eggs out.
Okay. You start draining the eggs out, just, tapping a little hole, trying to
kinda
shake
eggs are
them
those?
loose.
I'm not sure. Do you want the raw eggs?
Did someone
No.
say raw eggs?
Keep to yourself.
No, I'm good.
If you want, I could actually maybe get that sucked out just pretty much immediately.
I could go for some raw eggs.
Why?
I will
Why
store the
not?
raw eggs in an empty vial or empty jar for.
Tingle, I remember that one spell that you used to like fling stuff? Could you fling the eggs at Bloodbeard?
Well, I could, Clover, but I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I did that one time before, and I almost killed him.
Let's...
Okay.
Lauren is looking at all of you and going, "You're all real nice friends, aren't you?" Good for
The best!
as you all are now, when you guys get to the point where you actually have to get on the boats, yeah, the water starts to get deep pretty quick. But the grass has grown up to the water level, and anything underneath the water, it's already murky, but is almost non-visible. So if you try to go underwater to look and look for stuff, you're not going to see shit. As you basically kind of weave through some of the more denser tree area still, you could see that the trees are starting to clear, and it's just kind of becoming a lake. What? What's
with
up?
I was like, with you should come. I was about to ask, like, is this like are we like pulling our way through the water, or is this like an actual rowing situation?
No, it's a one oar to a ship.
Okay.
So what you see that Aloran does is that basically there's a loop at the back of the skiff that you could stick the oar into, and you just kind of like sway it back and forth like a punter.
Fishtail.
Got you.
Yeah, that's how you control the skiff. It's not meant to go fast, You along these areas, you would see that there are every once in a while a shrubbery or a dense foliage that's still elevated above the water, but they're far and few between, and otherwise it's pretty open. There's no other thing, there's no other boats or creatures that are easily available other than like some birds and such. So when you get out here, Aloran goes, this is where they mostly come. Usually they would have nets, sometimes a few rods, yeah, kind of peaceful and nice out here.
So, if they did go missing, there should be a boat around here, no? And I look around for a boat.
Okay. When you look around for a boat, give me a perception check, please.
With Tingle's hand
21.
in God to find the boats.
Okay. You could see that there is, right now, there's a bit of a fog that's kind of set, so you can't see super far. But when you start looking around, you could actually see that there is a more non-natural shadow off one of the shrubbery, kind of dense shrubbery area looking islands. When you start to approach it, after you let Aloran know that that's what you see, you can see that it's a skiff that's gone fully tipped over, and it's just kind of bobbing against this.
Speaking of which, and I take my hatch and just kind of poke at it, I'm pretty sure this is the boat.
Oh, wow. Good eyes.
Thank you.
All right, well, they should be around here then, shouldn't they?
I mean,
Who wants to go in the crocodile water?
I wouldn't suggest jumping in. The waters are quite dangerous.
we need to check to see if there's a body down there, no? I start taking off my chain vest.
No. Corbett, let Aloran go. He's our monkey guy. He's our slave.
Fine, I'll just
never
go.
agreed to be anyone's slave.
Okay, you're not our slave, but we're kind of in charge of telling the sheriff whether or not you're a killer, so, get down there.
It's not a killer. Stop picking on him.
Like I said, I wouldn't suggest going down there. The waters are not safe. There's a reason we bring the boats out here.
Still need to check, though.
Well, the
Safe
water,
or not.
well, the water shouldn't be super deep. So if anything, if we're gonna check around here, he kind of picks up his oar, picks the oar out of the, the loop, and you see him kind of like push into the water and kind of lift and swirl in a way. Try to see if he can kind of catch anything large that might be loose and bring it up. You see a few times he brings up, branches, but he's putting in an effort at least to do that. The only thing is, it is clouding up the water a little more. Again.
Once I get my armor off, I'm gonna dive in, but it's gonna take me a little bit.
Okay.
Anyone else have any ideas?
How close are the two skiffs? Like, can we hear this conversation, or are we just dicking around?
I'll say that you guys are close enough to hear your each other's conversation, so you guys could, pretend you're all kind of close enough.
No one happens to have any 10-foot poles on them, do they?
I can conjure a 3-foot pole.
How deep's the water?
I conjure a 3-foot pole and drop it in the water. Deeper than 3 feet.
Yep.
Great.
And you can only do one of those at a time? Like, I can't just, start, daisy chaining poles together?
I'm a wizard, not a god.
What were you thinking, Bloodbeard?
Well, I can't help but think maybe if we had a long enough pole, we could try to prod around to the bottom. If there's something, a dead body or remains of a body down there, it might be easier to poke loose if it's stuck in all the algae and whatnot.
I mean, you're holding on to an oar. You can always try that.
Oh, I don't want to let go of this. And also, I don't think maybe the oar would hit the bottom, but I don't think this is a 10-foot oar, unless I've gotten really bad at counting.
What if Zubrick just conjured a weighted net and tossed it down there and pulled it up and see if we snagged anything?
There's a better question. Why don't I have a net?
Do I have one? I might. Hold on. I do have one.
A 10-foot pole or a net?
A net.
Well, I can take us around. We can try to dredge the bottom of the lake.
Okay. Who would carry a 10-foot pole? Don't you think you'd notice that they had one?
It might be a collapsible pole. A lot of adventurers carry 10-foot poles. You haven't seen them before?
For what purpose?
A lot of purposes. Like right now. I've heard stories of people using them to set off traps. A bag of flour is actually pretty useful too. Want to find a secret door? Just start throwing flour everywhere. If the air sucks it out underneath, secret door. Bloodbeard's talking about this as he's just kind of...
Yeah, pushing you guys around.
Just pull out my net.
Give me a perception check from all of you right now while, Velcio, you pull out your net and you just kind of cast it out.
Tingle's guide to perceiving something he doesn't know is there.
I'm going to pass on the perception check from what I sent you, Pete. I'm doing something right now.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm busy taking my armor off.
Okay. Tingle, that is... Okay. So, Tingle, you hear sobbing.
Oh, no.
Tingle looks over at the other boat.
Why are you guys crying? Wait, your mouths aren't moving.
It's soft. Kind of distant.
Is it coming from a direction or just like a...
With the 22, you think it might be coming from the thicket of what you might call an island. Trees and branches and like that. That you're the closest to.
Hey guys, I think one of them survived because they're over there crying.
Bloodbeard's hair starts to stand on end. I'd be careful about that, Tingle.
When you start talking about the crying, you stop hearing it, by the way. Like the sound just goes away, disappears.
Well, they're either a shy crier or it's not one of them. There might be some weird crying horrible monstrosity, ghost, whatever out there.
Wanderer, keep your bow close.
My bow. I thought you said boat, and I thought I can't really get any closer to
You
it.
should also
than I
probably
am.
keep the boat close.
You think they go in the water? Because I was thinking about jumping into it.
I think you should put your armor back on really fast, Clover.
Fine.
Should I keep dredging?
I mean, I guess maybe just, I don't know, pass Emilio the net. Get your bow ready.
Okay, Emilio.
Your
Emilio would go over with the net.
your boat lurches a bit oddly. The lake's calm, but there's something that kind of
Oh, sea monsters.
Do a nature
Oh,
check.
hey, Lauren, where's like the nearest hard land?
I mean, there aren't that many hard lands out here, but some of the trees a little bit back, you know, probably land pretty close. What I heard somebody else wanted to do something.
Nature check.
A nature check for what? What are you trying to?
For if I have any idea what sort of thing would live in. This isn't the ocean, right? It's like a lake.
No,
pond.
yeah, it's more like a lake, a very, you know, not super
Yeah.
deep lake.
So I'd like to do a nature check about lake monsters.
Okay, about if you know anything about lake monsters, got it. Go ahead. Yeah.
Hmm.
You've heard crocodiles can get to pretty massive sizes.
Okay.
It could be that. You know, maybe it's. Well, I'll say that's all. That's all you really can think of with a 10.
Could be a big crocodile, maybe.
I'd rather a shark. I at least know how to handle those.
Yeah, they don't have arms and legs.
Just punch him in the nose really hard. Show him who's boss. Crocodiles. I don't even know what a crocodile is.
Well, they're like a big, mean lizard with
Oh,
teeth.
so like a dragon. But it's
Yes.
like looking towards like going the other direction.
Yes, a small lake dragon.
I will also say that technically with a 10, you would probably still know that like hydras in a way are kind of depicted story-wise in like lakes and, you know, watery areas as well.
Just for this, just for the sake of it, be like Eleanor is still an owl, so she's flying around right now.
Okay, if that's the case, actually I need Eleonora to give me a perception check as well.
All right. I think she got a +2, so that's what I'm going with.
Okay, +2.
Yeah, she has advantage because she's an owl.
Yep.
21.
Nice.
Okay, if that's the case, one thing that Eleanor would notice is that there aren't basically all the other birds, like waterfowl nearby, gone. Not only that, there is a single bird, a raven, maybe a crow, basically at the top of the little island area, the land area, where there's the closest kind of branch for it to sit. And it seems like it's just there, when there are no other birds other than your familiar around.
Has anybody noticed that there's no other avian animals right now, except for that one perched up there staring at us?
Should I shoot it?
Well, now that you mention it,
Don't shoot it. I can talk to it if you want.
Okay.
that means when it tries to fly away in a threatening manner, yes, shoot it.
Okay. Threatening, flying. Got it.
Emilio's gonna hand the net over to whoever's closest to him.
Okay, as you're trying to dredge, you know, as you were
Yeah.
dredging.
I guess that would be Bloodbeard or me, but I'm supposed to shoot the thing. Just set it down.
Okay, he'll just set it down then. He'll go over to where that bird is sitting.
Okay. You have to kind of bring the boat closer to that little that place, But when you do, you know, the bird's still high up on one of the branches, but definitely, you know, sticks out.
Okay. He's ritually casting speak with animals.
Okay. As you start casting the spell, it's going to take 10 minutes. Is there anything that anyone else wanted to do, or we could just let 10 minutes pass?
I mean, while Amelia's doing that, might as well ritual cast Unseen Servant, just because.
Okay.
And I'll do the same with detect magic.
Got it.
I'll just be ready to shoot the bird.
It's just 3 of us in a boat with our eyes closed, chanting.
Emilio.
You know what? Ritual casting, detect poison and disease. Let's go.
Poison and disease.
Okay. So as you all are ritual casting, some time will go by. Emilio, your spell would finish first. As you
Alright.
are ready to speak with the bird.
Okay, he approaches the bird and he's like, "Good morning." Wait, is it morning?
No, it's more like afternoon. Maybe getting
Yeah.
closer to evening
Early
now.
afternoon. Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is a spooky area. We don't really see any other birds around here, so just wanted to see if you were doing okay.
Fuck off.
We're just here, you know, passing through to find some missing people, so unfortunately we can't do that. Does it say anything else?
No. It's just kind of looking at you.
Man, this was a conversation.
Have you seen?
You can actually give me a perception check at this point, because there are a lot of branches in the way still because of like the angle and stuff that you're at, but you can give me a since you're talking directly to it.
Is it 14?
14. Okay. Yeah. As you're trying to get a better view at it, there's still a lot of branches in the way, but you could tell it's definitely just kind of sticking around, staring at you, even though you're talking to it.
Have you seen anybody come through here recently other than us? Told anybody else to fuck off?
Lots. Now
Recently?
fuck off.
I could find them and then we could all fuck off together and leave you alone.
Is the bird cussing at you?
Just a little.
Have you tried tempting it with food?
Okay, he'll pull out some rations. He's like, "You hungry? Is that why you're so grumpy?"
You give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Persuasion.
Disadvantage.
Nice.
15. It caws, kind of turns its head, looks at you. Can't bribe me. Can't bribe me.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to bribe you. I'm just trying to help you get these annoyances out of your swamp.
You're annoying.
I know. Well, I would be a whole lot less annoying if you told me where these people were, and then I would leave you alone.
You could give me one additional perception check.
Nice.
Okay. At this point, you would see that there is something that the bird is kind of looking at every once in a while, other than you. Like it looks at you and it glances at something else and it looks back at you.
Okay, I want to look to see where it's looking.
Okay. Tingle, your detect magic thing will go off, and I'll say Tristan's poison disease thing will go off as well. So when Tingle, yours goes off, you're on the other boat with the others, right?
Yep.
Give me a perception check to see if you notice anything magical.
Do I see anything magical? I got to see things magical. Maybe not.
You would notice that a few of the vials that Lauren has with him glow dimly with magic, But other than that, nothing, nothing really stands out in this area. As
My
for
goodness, Clover, I don't think there's a bandit hob in the boat with us.
now, it is Emilio. Back to you. So,
Do you see anything in the direction this bird is looking?
when you take a look in that direction, it's in the thicket. Like basically, you might be able to crawl in, like hack through and break a few branches to kind of get into this area, but you don't see anything just with your passive perception.
Okay. If he really gets into that thicket, can you make a perception check?
Yeah, you could try to climb out of the boat and get up onto that, land in a way. So yeah, when you jump off the boat, you grab onto some of the thicker branches and kind of pull yourself into the mess. When you do, you're trying to keep an eye out on where the crow might be, and as you are and what the crow's looking at, you hear the crow going, fuck off, fuck off.
I'm fucking off! You fuck off!
When you shout back at him in annoyance, one more perception check, this time with advantage. Okay. 22 is good enough. You actually, when you're moving through this, these thick branches, kind of climbing over, when you look up back at the bird to yell at him, you see there's something that it's actually holding in its claw. It's not fully sat with both talons on a branch. It's kind of balancing on one feet and the other one's holding something. It's moving around.
Bird?
It's I'll say it's about 30 feet from where you are, probably on one of the higher branches.
Okay, he's gonna start climbing the tree.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
No.
Okay, yeah, as you start pulling yourself up higher and higher in the tree. 1 second.
The entire time he's mumbling to himself, "You don't tell me to fuck off, I'll tell you to fuck off. You fuck off."
As you do, I'm guessing you're kind of looking at the crow because you're pissed off at it, climbing up to it. Yeah, you're climbing.
Careful.
As you all notice, you all would be able to see Emilio pretty clearly now at this point. You would see that Emilio is about halfway up. But Emilio, with that perception check from before, there's something that moved in the crow's, little talon. It's spherical. You think it just kind of like swiveled a bit, and you pull yourself up a few. Huh?
What it is, though.
No, when you pull yourself up like a little bit more, you could see it actually when the crow is just about to kind of like take off. You see it, you literally lock eyes with it because it's a fucking eyeball looking at you.
Oh, he's gonna grab that bird.
You're too far to grab at it.
How far away?
You're about 15 feet from it right now.
Can I get 5 feet closer, actually?
I'll say if you...
Yeah, I know, but I can 10 feet for me to actually grab it.
Give me an athletics check to see if you can, like, pull yourself up fast enough and cast it. The thing is, if you miss, you're probably going to fall.
Well,
if you fail the athletics save. Okay. Yeah, as you pull yourself, you cast a spell. It's not enough, as you all see Emilio kind of like lunge himself up, cast Thorn Whip, and as you see the kind of light thorny kind of vine extend out, reaching for the crow. The crow takes off, being startled, and you're just short as you crash through a few
I just tried
branches.
to kill Emilio! Shoot it, Valsera!
Pull.
Give me a second. You were messing with the net, right? No, it was Bloodbeard. Okay, give me a second.
It's holding the net. It's just sitting in the skiff.
Yeah, because we were going to give it to Emilio, and then Emilio went.
Amelia, you would take
Yeah.
2 points of piercing damage from all the branches and the thick wood that you just kind of fall through. You don't actually land in the water because it's thick enough. You would act, but when you land, you hear a kind of like a startled sound, like
From where?
pretty close by.
He's gonna scramble off in that direction like a
Okay.
wild man.
So while you're doing that, while you heard something and you're reacting to that, what are the rest of you doing? Basically, you would see that Emilio tried to do something, probably didn't hear or see what Emilio was doing, and
What is the bird doing?
the bird literally is taking off. Like just jumped off the the branch. What is everyone's reaction to this?
Well, since I didn't prepare to shoot it, if it did something threatening, did I see it like attack Emilio or?
No, Emilio attacked it.
Okay. I probably wouldn't have been able to see exactly what happened, so. I would not shoot for fear of accidentally shooting Emilio. And also, it's.
Bloodbeard would be encouraging the Wanderer to shoot. Shoot it! Shoot it!
Don't want to
I'd
hit
be-
Emilio. Also, it seems like
Shoot
it's
it
just.
anyway!
It's a
Okay,
crow. I
when
don't see the point of killing it.
when you
Emilio's a big huggy duggy
you have
animal loser. If he's trying to hit it, that's important.
I mean,
Tingle would
could-
hand Zurich a guide to cooking crow.
it's gone. You guys literally talked through it.
All right, cool. Eleanor's chasing it.
Okay, Eleanor is just kind of gonna try to follow it as best it can. We'll roll that later, like maybe when we go on break, to see if Eleanor manages to catch up or keep up with it. But yeah, as you all are in the boats and Emilio's still kind of in that thicket, what is everyone doing?
I'm gonna finish up with the eggs.
Okay.
Amelia, are you gonna come back?
He's taken off.
Oh no.
I think Emilio's dead, probably.
I start chasing after Emilio. Emilio, come back!
I start chasing after Clover.
It's not like
Oh.
super far, like it's just literally you have to like climb through and weave your way into the branches. That's why you're basically
Easy
going
enough
to,
for me.
yes. As Amelia, you're kind of crawling through, you would eventually find a starving young boy. Human has kind of pretty nice clothing, except it's in tatters and messed up, torn off and just dirtied. He is kind of huddled up. When he sees you, he kind of like what's called winces, tries to wince back, not really knowing what to do. All he has is like a rock kind of in hand.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it's scary to see this man barrel through
Yeah,
it like a wild man.
he's gonna try to throw the rock at you.
That's fair.
I'm going to.
It's a 2.
Doesn't hit.
It go right into the the ground. Just yeah, gone.
Still like hold on to my bow, but I'm gonna put it down to my side.
Yeah. By the way, Clover would probably reach this situation second, followed by you, Valsera.
Okay. You said we all got there eventually, though, so does the order matter?
No. Just depends on what Amelia was gonna do right away, but
Fair enough.
he straightens up and he tries to brush the twigs and the dirt from him. He's like, "Oh, are you okay? Where's your parents?"
You could see he like winces back, but as soon as you kind of approach him and actually like caringly put your hands on his face to kind of like brush him clean, his eyes immediately start welling up with tears. And he's just like, he's at a loss. He's doing one of those like crying.
The kid crying.
Yeah. Or they can't catch their breath. Yeah.
Oh God. Okay, it's okay. Well, how pale is this kid?
He's pretty pale. You could tell that he probably hasn't had anything to eat in the last few days. Like, he's barely gotten through what he, surviving this long.
Okay, he's gonna pull out his rations to give to the kid.
Mm-hmm. When you pull out some rations, you guys, the rest of you don't see this. It's only Clover and, Val and Emilio. As you see him kind of take your rations and quickly start chomping on it down, you could tell like his body just kind of gives way from the exhaustion because he was so tense, and he's just kind of finally letting go like of some of the stress, and he just flops onto his knees, and you could tell he's just kind of wiping away the tears and still trying and hungrily scarfing down the ration.
Push some of the bush away. Amelia, who are you talking to?
I found a kid.
Kid?
Yeah,
Here?
it might be the pale child.
I'm right beside you. Oh. You okay?
He's still sniveling and trying to eat at the same time.
I guess I show up.
There's a kid here.
Hey, buddy. Are you okay? Looks like Emilio gave you some food.
You could tell that the crying's kind of slowing down, like, okay. Who are you all?
We're here to help you. Do you know who your parents are?
Yeah.
Well, do you know where they are?
Probably home.
At home? Where's home?
Give me 1 second. Well,
Gotta look it up.
yeah, I have it right here. It's Cathis. Did anyone hear me? It's Cathis.
This?
Cathis.
Is that your parents' name or where you live?
Where I live.
Okay.
You could
Is
tell
that-
he's tired, he's exhausted, he doesn't really know what to think of all of you right now. It's like,
Yep.
So
Do you want help out of this bush area and onto the boat, and we can take you back to the town? Get you some food, some water,
yeah,
place to sleep.
that'd be really nice. What do you know the two men that were here? Did you find them?
Did they come here to help you?
Yeah, but something in the water, something in the water attacked them.
All right, well, that's even more reason to move quickly.
Here, get on my back.
Okay, you
Can Clover carry a child on their back? Isn't Clover pretty tiny?
Just
Clover's
dragging
quite
the kid
strong.
in the dirt.
Hey,
Probably
Clo-
stronger than either of us.
yeah, Clover is definitely stronger than both of you, I think.
thinking more just like
Size-wise?
size-wise.
I'll say Clover can do like the shoulder thing, if
It's a
anything.
kid.
Yeah, it's a kid.
I guess you give me piggyback rides and I'm like that much tinier than you. I guess it works.
As you're watching me walk through the bush, you see like the bush kind of parts way
Yeah.
for me.
You would see that the branches kind of sway ever so slightly away from from Clover. As Clover's kind of walking through almost without a hindrance from all the branches. But as soon as you all try to walk through, it's definitely more in the way than it was before.
Wish I had a plant.
As you make it back to the boat, the rest of you, while this was happening, what were you doing specifically?
Insulting Clover under my breath for running away.
Okay.
Straight vibing and keeping watch.
Okay.
Straight
Tinkle has an
vibing.
orb ready.
Uh,
This is the bucket.
What was that? Can you say that again?
Tinkle has an orb ready because he's getting ready to book it.
Okay. So the only one that's on the boat for the one that's closer to the island is Bloodbeard, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
If that's the case, so yeah. All right. So as you all approach as you all are waiting to see what's, going on and trying to keep an eye out on your surrounding, you would actually see the kind of branches part a bit in the thicket, and out comes Clover with a young child in tow, who is helped onto the boat, where eventually Emilio and Valsira both join. You guys are all on the boat, and what are y'all doing?
Yeah, I thought they'd be dead.
We found a kid.
Is that the young lord?
Great question. Are you? What's your name?
Wait, give me a second. It's Aelor.
Aelor.
Are you sure it isn't a lord?
No.
That was a joke, lad.
That's okay. He's just being silly. Okay, well, my name is Valsira. And
Emilio's gonna lean into Falsira and he's like, Aelor was the name of that kid from the letter in that broken house. So kinda a lord, yeah.
Why? How did you get here?
Can we maybe have this conversation a little somewhere else?
Good point.
Do you
Let's
mind
go.
if I start
Yeah.
rowing?
Okay.
Let's get back to the town.
Good point.
Okay. As
Yep,
you
those guys are definitely dead.
quickly decide, this ship decides to leave. I'm guessing the other ship also joins. Right.
I'm not staying here, oh god.
Lauren goes, we could check the shallower areas. Maybe their bodies wash up shore there.
No, that's true. Well, the sheriff would give us more money if we brought back the bodies. Or parts of them.
Yes.
But
Sure.
and he kind of points in the direction for you guys all to head. Search as you guys get to shallower waters, though. It seems everything feels a little bit back more to normal. The animals are kind of back in the surrounding. There's an oddness in the air.
Oh, Emilio, why did you go attack that crow? Did he say something mean about you?
Yeah, it was a mean crow, but Maybe we should wait till we're completely back in the tavern.
Okay.
Bloodbeard's just like chatting with this kid. He's like, my name is Bloodbeard, but if that's a little too scary, you can just call me Redbeard or Amos.
You could see,
That's my legal name.
you could actually
Just don't
see
tell anyone.
when things calm down a little, he passes out.
Oh,
Just
Well-
literally passes out. Like,
asleep.
yeah,
Not
Probably
like he
hasn't
lost
slept.
consciousness.
Bloodbeard was that scary.
like
Probably
that,
hasn't slept in forever.
yeah, like
Poor
you're
kid.
yeah. As you guys are kind of patrolling the shallower waters, though, I believe Bloodbeard, you're the one using the oar, right?
yes.
I need you to give me, and is Tingle using the other one, or are you still letting
I
Aloran
was
do it?
getting ready to go, but now I'm letting Aloran do it because I
Okay.
do not want to drive if I don't have to.
Okay, I need a Bloodbeard then to roll me D100.
Okay.
Hmm.
92.
All right. Well,
Bloodbeard sailed the ocean blue.
Bloodbeard, as you're going through, kind of pushing the boat along, it's shallower water, so you're just kind of giving it a little more heft to see, if a body washes up here, it's probably going to be bloated. You're going to see it. It's going to be easy. So as you're kind of speeding along, putting a little more stress on the oar, you hear crack as you're going for just kind of a nice long push, and you look down and you realize the oar is just snapped in two.
This is nothing that a water vehicle proficiency would have helped me with. It was just that luck of the draw D100.
Yeah, sorry. It's not you, it's story.
Mm,
Give me this. I need to
Okay.
do some sorry stuff like this. It happens. And you actually rolled in what I said is possible for.
Bloodbeard's gonna look at the oar. Zubrick, can you make another oar?
It'll be 3 feet.
It's not the size of the oar; it's how you use it. Yeah, that's better than nothing.
All right, I'll conjure up a red-looking cool oar and toss it to him.
Okay. It's just a smaller oar. You're just like the boat's going slower for sure, but it's definitely moving still. Unfortunately though, as you're out here for a while, there's a bit of thick clouds that come in overhead. The bright lights kind of go out, and you could feel the darkness of the swamp creep back in.
How far away do you think we are from the
Town?
town?
Well, I would say we could probably make it if we rush right now, but we can also try to find a place to stay safe for a little bit. Because if we're heading back from this direction as fast as we can, we're gonna have to drag the skiffs, and that's always a longer distance than we would have to normally. That ain't so fun.
You know what else isn't fun? A dead kid.
Yeah.
True.
Especially when that dead kid might be your key to more money.
Well, if you're worried about the kid, I have something that I can give him, but it'll be the healing that I can do.
I meant more like if wolves or these lake dragons crawl their way out of the swamp and eat us all in our sleep.
Well, personally for me, I I'm gonna say that we can try to rush back if you all like. But with the light going out like this, if you don't want to draw attention, it's only gonna get harder to navigate back. Up to you. I'm fine with trying either way.
I mean, I'll stay. I'll follow your lead. Just if it screws us over, I'm taking your hand. Whatever one you don't like the most.
That seems a little harsh.
Gets the job done.
And we also saw that there are horrible monsters out here, so I don't know if we want to stay.
Most of the creatures out here aren't horrible. Just give them some space. That's really all you need to do.
Well, I trust Lauren. If Lauren says we should try to bunker down somewhere, I feel like that's what we should do.
Okay. Guess you have a point.
You just need to find a dry enough spot. That's all.
I pull out my fan and I start spinning around in circles. I'm casting Gust of Wind.
You guys just speedboated your way back. Jesus.
I am using it to clear the fog to see if I can find any land around us.
Yeah, to help with visibility.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And actually, at this point, Lauren has kind of jumped out of the skiff and is kind of dragging the boat along, trying to find where the land kind of elevates to. And the water doesn't come up high, that high, but it would basically ruin most people's boots and such, you know, at the depth it is at. So you could see that as he's dragging your boat and the other one's kind of following close in tow, you see his kind of feature come up to at a certain point, and you see that you have hit drier land. When he, you know, kind of lets you all know to step this way, and he actually takes the little quarterstaff he has and kind of like casts light at the tip of it. He lights the way and kind of shows what's going on, and then he goes, we can just leave the skiffs here. If anything, I mean, unless some bandits have come this far into the swamp looking for a boat, I'm sure they'll just stay here. Most people don't have no use for these anyways, other than our town.
Makes sense. Most monsters don't need to skiff.
Yeah, and I think I know where we are. I haven't been out here too often. I normally go more north, but I think I could find us a few things, at least for the night, to eat and such.
Need a hand. I'm pretty good at spotting stuff like that as well.
Sure, I'm sure some of you aren't willing to let me out of your sight, so as he kind of leads you close, like further away from the boats, but close enough that you could still keep an eye out on them if you want to head down in that direction. You see he kind of picks a bed down area for all of you and then goes off a little with you, Clover, and he kind of goes, I remember that, and he kind of goes over here like he's memorized a few of these landmarks, and you see him gather a few mushrooms and a few pulls out some root vegetation and stuff like that.
Lauren?
Yeah.
I know you didn't do any of this, and I'll make sure that none of them hurt you, okay?
Thanks. Why are you hanging out with all of them?
Well, I know one of them really well. The Wanderer. She's really nice. The other ones, I just kind of stuck with them, you know? Just kind of happened. I don't know. Once you get to know them, they're not that bad.
Well,
They're just more rough on the outside.
no, they are a bit rude, but I understand. I guess I'm the only one that kind of fits everything that's happened, from what I can tell. But again, I didn't do it. I just have my reasons for not telling you. That's all.
Fair.
You see, after he's gathered, quite a hefty amount with your help, Clover. No need to roll, like, with this. He brings it back, and you can see that he starts a little fire as you guys may kind of find like little makeshift nooks in the areas where you could kind of bed down a little safer. You would see that there are a few kind of like large old trees around that have these like divots that are kind of nice and comfortable to be able to lean up against and sleep. The only thing is, you also probably have bedrolls with you, right? Like your packs that you travel with. So yeah, you could use that for bedding down. The only thing is, Lauren doesn't have anything like that, and the kid also doesn't. So it's
Give my bedroll to the kid because it's about the same size.
okay. So the kid's still passed out, but yeah. Give me a perception check as everyone other than Clover, while they're like kind of bedding down, to see if you notice anything. Okay. Valsera, when you look around, you see... Yeah, Valsera, when you look around the campsite, you would see that there is a... in the immediate area, there's like a large kind of tree. You could see the bark has kind of been scraped away at some parts, and you see that there's these kind of large holes in the bark. Not the bark, the in the tree itself.
Okay.
Naturally dug through by insects or something.
Can I investigate that?
Yeah, when you go over and you take a closer look, it's still light enough outside that you can see. Even with the heavy clouds, it's just light enough. Okay, when you look, you don't see any of the insects that caused this, in a way. But when I'll say with that perception check from before and the investigation combined, you take a moment, you could hear large or bigger grubs, probably deeper in the holes, that are kind of munching away.
Gross.
Yeah.
Is that it? There's just grubs?
No, that's it.
Okay.
All right. Well, you guys are kind of free to do what you want to as the camp is set up. The campfires are lit. I mean, most of you have been staying relatively quiet this whole time.
Zubrik will finally take that long rest.
Okay. Zubrik, you pass out. Yeah.
We're gonna.
Is going to ritually cast detect magic and inspect that child.
Okay. You cast detect magic, and as you make an inspection on the kid, you see that the kid has a single ring, not a ring, a bracelet that is semi-magical. Not semi-magical. It's just kind of, it's not like the most powerful magic thing.
And what kind of school of magic is it?
Protection, abjuration.
Bob learns in the same room. Okay. I think I'll leave.
Okay.
I like to do two things. First off, I'd like it to pick a clover from my hair, twirl it around a bit, and cast Druidcraft. What is the weather gonna look like?
It is gonna. Ooh, that's a good one. It's actually going to storm pretty badly. Like, heavy rain, for a little bit with thunderstorming bad.
As the clover in my hand just starts to get drenched in water.
Yeah.
That sucks.
You can
Then
see it
taking-
actually kind of like tears a bit, like little bolts of lightning.
I'm gonna make sure that the kid isn't poisoned or diseased.
Yeah. When you cast your detect magic thing, detect poison disease, not poisoned, and surprisingly, the kid probably ate what they thought was safe enough, and they're not poisoned or diseased. It's just you must be exhausted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amelia, do you want to talk about the bird thing now or later?
Well, the kid's asleep. Zubrik's asleep too, but that crow earlier had an eyeball in its grasp.
Like the one that we found before?
Yeah.
Oh, it is a hag.
Yeah.
I mean, everything pointed towards a hag, but I really didn't want it to be a hag.
No, it's a hag. Also loud enough for the others to hear, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rad.
Not great.
Not surprised.
No, it's not surprising, but I'm not excited about it.
At least we know what we're going into this time.
Have you
That's
It's
true.
have you dealt with hags before?
Ew.
Unfortunately, yes.
They're the worst.
It seems like they're kind of following us, or maybe we're following them. I'm not sure.
Or maybe
Think
there's a
it's-
secret cabal of them that's just covering the entire nation, and we're the only ones who have actually started to uncover it.
Perhaps. Did anyone of you piss off a hag at some point?
In the town?
No. I mean, of my companions here.
I mean, I might have. It would have been an accident, though.
I don't think I would. I think I would know if you had, because you didn't really
Fair.
travel much before you met me, right?
Yeah. That's fair.
Didn't Zubrik
I'm
talk
pretty
to that
sure
last hag?
Zubrik.
He did. He
Yeah,
did talk to last hag.
Did he
I
piss
think
off
he
the
like
hag?
pulled a prank on it because he's a funny guy, Zubrik, and yeah, she might want to kill everybody now.
I was about to say, didn't we all collectively piss off a hag in our first group adventure?
Well, yeah, but just wondering if there was any other history there.
I've been very mean to some very nasty old women, so it's a possibility.
Why are you being mean to old people?
They were dicks.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
But two lefts make a right.
No, that's just going backwards.
Yeah, that's 3 lefts, idiot. Weren't you a captain?
Yes, but we don't use left and right. We use port and starboard.
And yet you still
Wouldn't you know that from asking your little cards?
That's not the kind of questions I ask. You know what? You don't get healing next time.
Yeah,
do-
you too.
Do you do readings?
I
Oh,
do.
don't get him started, please.
He's so good.
Well, I've always been curious myself, but I'm more of an alchemic practitioner than a seer. So
I mean, it's all connected. It's just a question that you ask,
There's a
everything, the thing that makes up everything, and then it answers it for you.
there's a
And it
low
can't be a
rumble.
yes or no.
There's a low rumble in the distance, like of thunder.
Oh yeah,
Great.
guys. It's
And-
gonna be raining and thundering.
And now
Quite
it's got
hard.
like pretty dark. Lauren goes, I can try to gather you. I can try to make a more of a makeshift shelter for rain.
I have some rope we can use.
Okay.
I actually know how to do this, guys. I mean, it's easy peasy. You just have to take these logs and that branch and that tree right there, and you just gotta stick them all together, and it's gonna make a temporary shelter.
Tingle, you could definitely start going with it then. Like as you're explaining it and you're already working on it, like you see Lauren goes, actually, that's actually a little better than I thought. What I was thinking, and he's asking you how to actually do what you did and show him the steps again.
But, it's pretty tricky, but what you gotta do is you gotta cut the joint just right, and then when you stick this other piece in, it's gonna sit flush so there's no wheel room. That's gonna hold everything easy peasy.
Couldn't we also integrate the riffs or the skiffs into this?
They're a bit heavy, but yeah, we can. But with Tingle, and you could actually start feeling the raindrops now, starting to fall.
Okay, moving along, guys, because we're about to get wet.
Yeah, as you quickly put up as much shelter as possible, the kid is still passed out, unfortunately. But there's actually a dry enough little area for each of you. I'll say, Tingle, with your shelter ability, I'll say you don't need to worry about it. You have enough time to put up temporary shelters just for rain. Unfortunately, the wind kind of sucks, but you guys are sheltered pretty well under this kind of larger tree that Valsira, unfortunately, noticed had a ton of grubs in it. Yeah.
You all chose that tree?
That's the
it was big and right there.
Oh my god, 1 second. You just came blowing out my mic.
Sorry, I just switched headphones because my AirPods just died.
That's fine. Okay, there we go.
No, the tree was just there, so I thought it'd be a good one.
I didn't realize they were using that tree. I think I would have caught this before.
Well, yes, but things were kind of moving along pretty quickly, and that is the biggest tree. Like, the other trees are a lot smaller around it.
Real quick, also, I'm going to say that I grabbed my net back.
Yeah.
Okay. So, alright, so I see what you did here and why, but I did want to point out that there's a ton of grubs in this tree.
So we make a Lauren sleep right next to it.
I don't mind. I'm sure they're just, if anything, they won't be harmful to me as long as I kind of stay away from it.
Sure,
Yes, he loves the swamp. He loves the grubs.
Okay, the problem is not that the grubs will eat us, because they won't. The problem is that they're eating the tree that we are using as the support for this shelter.
I mean, it should be fine for now.
Well,
it seems pretty structurally sound.
Just pointing it out.
Did anyone see if Super picked up salt when he got that pepper earlier?
Why?
We could just start pouring salt down the tree.
That's mean.
Does that kill them?
No, it doesn't make them any healthier. I'll say that much.
So it just makes unhealthy grubs.
We'll give them a heart attack from all this audio. Maybe that's how that works.
Not convinced about this plan.
There's
I think it'll be fine.
Okay.
Well, as you are talking about this, Aloran goes, so do you get visions and such when you do the readings? He's talking to Emilio.
Not usually. I've had some weird experiences, but for the most part I just interpret what the cards are saying, and that will tell me
I see.
the answer to your question.
Well, when you all prove that I'm innocent, would you mind, doing a reading for me?
I can do a reading for you now if you'd like.
Wouldn't that damage the cards? It's a little wet right now.
It's dry enough.
Well, if that's the case, can it be any question?
Could be any question, just as long as you have something set in your mind.
Yeah, I do.
and maybe tell me, because that helps me interpret it.
Will I be able to find my... will my brother return back here?
Alright, I'll do a 3-card for that.
You want to play I Spy?
Sure.
I spyeth my little eye something that is wet.
Is it the ground?
Oh, it is wet. I was thinking of something else.
Okay. Is it the water?
You got it.
By the way, are you actually doing a 3-card reading?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
The cards.
I thought you were just gonna make something up. Okay, cool. Deck. Let me just do this. Oh, that's not it. Recall. Shuffle.
Once the cards are pulling, we can take a break and come back to the reading.
Yeah, let's do that.
Good idea.
And the 3 cards are... Let's go to the map. Flip. Flip. Ooh, the Fool. Then flip.
Ooh, lots of wands.
So in this story, you had 8 wands, but you were a fool and dropped 7 of them off a cliff. Now you
That-
just have...
I should not be allowed to play with the cards without my supervision.
All
You
right.
all do it. I've had messages from half of you now.
Well, this will be where we will take a break then, and we'll come back to what the cards mean about Aloran's question. All right.
Ready.
All right. Bathroom.
Break time. We'll be back.
Okay, I think I got it.
You think you got it?
It's not gonna like the answer, but I have the answer.
Well, I was just looking at the stream, and it looks like we have like 2 extra people than normal.
Oh, nice.
Bah.
All right. Oh wait, Tristan's not back. Yes, Juno. Come
Not a fan. Yes.
on. No. Also, what happens when you shouldn't be here? Get annoyed. Tristan.
Hello.
All right.
I'm back with curry.
Nice. All right. So we're back on this reading that Emilio just did for Lauren, who asked if his brother was ever going to come back.
Well, first things first, I must apologize. This isn't my deck. So sometimes it just doesn't really listen to me, I guess. So it didn't answer your question, but it did give me a reason why. So, my interpretation, my answer to your question is no, he's not. But it seems more to want to explain why he won't come back.
I don't need you to explain. It's okay.
Okay, I'm sorry it wasn't the answer you wanted.
It's all right. I kind of expected it anyways. Either way, when the storm lets up, well, when it's bad like this, the one thing you don't have to worry about are the predators. They aren't really out during storms themselves. But if you all still prefer to take a shift, I can take a shift to stay awake. You're muted. Or not. I don't know. Didn't come through. Nope, nothing's coming through again. One second. Juno.
When in doubt, blame the cat.
All okay. Hey. Yep. Try saying something? Damn it. There.
Okay. All right, there we go.
Okay.
What was I saying?
I
You were
don't know.
gonna take a shift?
Yeah, I'll take a shift with Aloran.
Okay. Which one? The first one or the second one? Or
Whichever. Let's do it. I'll do with him.
it doesn't matter for him, so he can still do the
Okay,
second
let's
one.
take the first one.
First one done. Anyone take?
Bloodbeard will take the second one.
Got it. Third one.
I don't mind early mornings. I can take the third.
Okay.
If there's
When
a fourth one, Amelia will take it.
all right. First shift is here. When everyone else goes to sleep, it's just you and Aloran. Zero.
Yep.
You see that he's just kind of staring into the smolder, the bit of fire that's left over, the embers. But every once in a while he'll gaze up, kind of give you a little weak smile. Then he takes a look around.
So what happened to your brother?
Well, one second. You need to your table band, lady. All right. Well, he was one of the few that didn't really come back when the mines were going a little dry, and they wanted to dig deeper. It's gonna be dangerous, and they never found him.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. I just thought maybe if it was good news, I can still hope that he'd come back. You know?
Well, you can always hope.
Yeah. Plus, if he does make it out of, if he's still alive and he makes it out, probably wouldn't be the best thing to come out to a bunch of grungs that are in that area right now.
It's true.
there's a massive crackle of thunder above, enough that you all kind of feel the shake in the ground. When that happens, you feel the earth and the tree kind of shudder. Your shelter, some of you are probably stirred awake by how loud it was. But there's a strange thing that happens. As that, after that lightning, who goes there?
Where is it coming from?
Kind of around you.
All around us?
Kinda. The voice is a bit echoey and booming.
And I
DeLorean goes, who's there? And kind of reaches for one of his flasks. The voice then replies, "Are you here again for more of them?" "Oh, my mistake. I think I mistook you for somebody else." As when you're kind of looking around, Valsir, you're the first one to notice.
Yeah.
When you look kind of up, you see a large set of eyes in the tree.
Just eyes?
Facially features that kind of represent in the bark.
It's like the tree.
Yeah. And you hear like the creaking of the wood.
This is the tree our shelter is built on, right?
Yep.
Oh God.
Okay. Hello, sir.
You can call me Cedrus.
Say that again.
Cedrius. Cedrus.
Cedrus.
Yes.
Okay, Cedrus. It appears that we have built a shelter partly using you.
Mostly leaning against me. Yes.
Yes, so sorry about that. Is that uncomfortable?
I don't think so. It didn't even wake me up.
Okay, well, that's good. You also have a lot of grubs in you, so...
Yes, my friends. They're helping me heal. And you could see while this is going on, like, Lord is like wide-eyed, stunned, like, what the fuck? Like, looking at this.
Okay, well, it's good to have friends.
I thought I heard someone familiar.
Well, who are you looking for?
I don't know. I heard a familiar voice, that's all. And Lauren speaks up. By the way, like, I'm sure, like, the thunder, the crackle that, like, woke Cedrus up probably woke some of you up.
Tingle's eyes are wide open, and he's literally just not moved a muscle since this has happened.
Okay.
I'm out.
You're still out.
Bloodbeard thinks this is a dream and is just kind of like chilling.
Yeah, see what's gonna happen. Yeah. Emilio.
Emilio's passed out.
Okay. As the trees about to say, you know, something more, Lauren goes, "Oh, how long have you been here? Is this like your home?" just knew that I can gather some of my friends here. And now I'm recovering. As the tree kind of like shifts a little, some of your some of your shelters kind of wobble a bit, but it doesn't seem like the tree's moving enough that it's gonna disrupt it. As Lauren goes, so you haven't been here long. Are there more of you here? Do you know more? If more of you are around here? I don't think so. No. It's been a while since I've seen others. But your voice is familiar. Aren't you Lauren? You've come by a few times in the last... It's nice to see your face, finally. Lauren goes, no, you're sure your name is Cedrus? It wouldn't be anything else, would it? Yes, I know what my name is. When you've come back, I know it. I don't forget a voice so easily. I have plenty more of my friends that I can still hand out if you're looking for them. Yes.
Friends?
Yeah.
Tingle just probably looks kind of confused because that's not been part of what he thought he thought this was going.
You could see he kind of gestures to the holes with a few of the branches. These friends.
How are they helping you?
They're just eating away the rotten parts.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
I believe he called them rot grubs or something.
Yeah, I guess that's about right.
Oh, I need to stop hitting the bottle so much.
Did I wake you up? I don't mean to be a bother.
No, it's fine, Mr. Cedric. I think I'm still asleep.
Well,
Well, if our learn isn't like remembering meeting you, and you're obviously not a horrible monster tree because you haven't stepped on us or been mean at all, there's something else going on.
Lauren goes, yeah, I think I could come clean with you guys if this happened.
Okay, go on.
There's another like you, Cedrus, nearby. I've been visiting them. I don't want to tell the location out because I promised not to. And that's who the fire resistant potion was for.
Well, I guess a tree-based being would want such a thing. But how did you come to befriend such a person?
I just happened upon them one day. Then soon after, I kind of kept going back to visit, to talk. And eventually I was able to make them a gift.
And why does this need to be a secret?
I just promised them I wouldn't tell. Some people fear treants and creatures much larger than them. They're harmless, but then again, we cut down trees to build our homes and survive too, so some treants don't like people.
So you are just a tree?
I'm what you would call a treant, little one.
Treant?
Yes. You could see he goes, and you feel the kind of earth move a bit, and you could see that he has, he's built in a way where he has, limbs. It was just hard to tell in the current shape he was in. Somebody dropped. Who dropped? Robert dropped.
Oh, my Zoom froze. Okay, relaunching.
Alright, well, while we're doing some technical fixing stuff, let's continue the role playing, and then I'll jump back as soon as Robert's back.
Okay. Okay. So there's another tree nearby and you didn't know?
Yes, I did not know. What might his name be? Lauren answers with a spruce tooth.
Bruce Tooth?
Yes.
Bruce the Tooth.
Alright, let me fix everyone's cameras.
Sorry.
It's all good, it happens. I just have to rotate everyone.
How late did you want to play today?
The normal time. If that was okay with everybody.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't even remember what the normal time is.
We still have like an hour left then. Yeah. Sorry, you guys could continue the roleplay stuff. Just have to fix the screen and do it at the same time.
Well, I'm just wondering, because if someone was turning into Alurin and giving you stuff, they would have had to have been spying on Alurin.
I mean, not many people. Well, a lot of people come by every day to my shop for, to help filter the water and such. I gather a lot of the moss out here, usually.
Hey guys, what do we know that can change shapes and can possibly do really easy reconnaissance by using a magical eye that's being carried by a bird?
A hag. So, Cedrus,
Yes.
you said you've met Aloran before?
Yes, but in the dark mostly.
Yeah, sounds like there's someone doing some impersonating here.
I've heard a few other voices the first day, but they were too far for me to get a good listen. Why?
When this other Alurin ever showed up, did he ever just step into a patch of darkness and then you hear a swallowing sound and he was gone?
Nothing like that.
Because we're kind of suspecting that that other Allurin you were hanging out with might have been a hag.
So they lied to me.
Most likely.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's too bad.
Yes, it is.
This tree. Oh, darn.
I mean, what's he gonna do? He's a tree.
So this other Allurin was taking your friends, the rot grubs?
Yes, they asked if they can have a few for medical purposes. And of course, why not share? They're often useful for healing.
Do they
They're
have
great
any
garbage
other?
disposal too.
Huh?
They're great for garbage disposal too.
Right.
We had some rot grubs in the bottom of the blue tane down in the ballast. If any rats got down there, the grubs would take care of them.
Makes sense.
So rotten bits, rat grubs eat them. But
So what happened if one of you got, like, drunk and fell down there?
well, we keep the ballast area pretty sealed off for a reason. You have to kind of remove a hatch to get down there. It's kind of slatted.
You can actually, since you're talking a lot about rock grubs, both you and Valsira could give me nature checks on rock grubs.
I just know not to go down there.
Yeah, like you've heard, don't go near those things. You know, they're dangerous. Valsira, you would have heard some other things.
Okay.
Yeah, most of the time rock grubs are harmless. It's only if they are basically like starved and fed like fresh non-rotted things, because they're carnivorous, and if normally they eat raw thing, they're not raw things, rotting things. But if they're left to go hungry and then fed only fresh things for a while, they'll start devouring whatever.
Okay.
That's how they get dangerous.
All right. I convey this information to everyone.
Oh. So, conceivably, this hag Allurin could have been getting a bunch of grubs that would then be trained to eat people?
Potentially.
Where would they even have the space and to do all this?
Hey, Valsira, you have good eyes, right? Did you see which direction that crow flew earlier?
Did I?
Give me a survival check.
Did we ever figure out if Eleanor chased it down?
Oh yeah.
The 100 feet would have happened, and I can just roll right now.
Eleanor is dead.
You're not sure because you don't know where Eleanor is and such, Dylan, but you can try to call Eleanor back, maybe get some info, but that's about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Well. Yeah, kind of.
With your survival check to get direction.
Yeah.
Mostly north.
Okay.
From where you were at when that happened.
It looked like he went north.
Okay. Allurin, is there like any dry land or big patchy forest or something over there?
From where we were at before. North, the only notable thing is the town.
wondered, does your town like maybe have basements?
No, it's elevated. So, but
Well, 'cause I was
not
just
many
thinking that.
not many of the buildings have cellars or anything. If that's what you're asking.
Because I was just thinking that the other hags, well, other hag, I should say, it really liked her cellar. But also, if those red caps are digging up bodies, and then this hag has been grabbing rat grubs that can feast on dead flesh, and when, that kind of goes together for something, you know?
Yes, but doesn't this also prove that I'm innocent?
Oh, yeah. I guess you don't have to paddle on the way back.
Well,
Congrats.
if the crow also went back towards the town, then you said something to do with cellars. That is one of the people in the town a hag or multiples?
Hmm. Could be.
I guess when we get back to the town, Tingle, you'll just have to detect magic everyone.
This
And then
town.
if we see someone who's glowing, I'll just stab them in the back, and then we'll figure it out from there.
And best of all, we just heard that this town does have a history of having large public gatherings where everybody gets together.
Well, they did recently. I don't know if they do that all the time. But
Yeah, so we're just gonna add another festival called the Hey Everyone Just Stand Out in the Open and Not Wear Concealing Outfits Festival.
sounds festive.
I mean, people are on edge. I don't think they're going to be so festive.
So we'll get the sheriff to offer free booze.
I guess that could work.
I mean, alternatively, he could try to declare martial law and make everyone just gather in the town square. I mean, you guys think that'd work?
I don't think it's come to that yet.
Okay, I just want to get paid and not have to do tons of work.
I mean, I get it. Don't need to terrify people.
So yeah, I guess we'll just have to do some kind of a party. I do know parties. Well, not these kind of parties, but I do know parties.
Okay, so while you guys are kind of talking amongst yourselves, I believe Emilio said they were sleeping, right? Okay.
He is sleeping, yes.
Yes, sorry. I have something for him. I have something for him. Something secret. So, as you are in deep sleep, your mind kind of drifts into a trance again. But instead of those trances where you recall nice memories from your past that you could kind of relive, it's different. It starts with the moon. It's full, shiny, bright. The only thing is that it's rotating. And you see it rotate all the way around. And as you do, you see that it's a large eye, like the one you saw before from the crow's grasp, staring at you. As you kind of back away, or it feels like the eye is backing away, it splits. And as it does, it kind of leaves, it almost like blinks, like a bloody blink in a way, where the blood drips from the sides. And every time it does, it splits once more. And there is 6 eyes. They're all staring at you. And a 7th in the middle. Whenever the one in the middle blinks, the rest kind of blink along.
thoroughly creeps him out.
That's fine. That's kind of, it's meant to. But yeah, that's what you dream.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, when you see that Cedrus looks around, it's like, this weather is miserable. But I prefer the sun. I can't wait to return once I'm feeling better.
What happened that made you so sick?
Just an illness that I managed to catch up north.
Well, I'm glad your friends can help you.
I'm also glad they're quite plentiful down here.
Well, that's good.
Mr. Cedrus, I had a question. Since you're like a tree and trees are pretty darn old, do you happen to know of any like ancient ruins or collapsed buildings or civilizations that might be around the area or up where you're from?
I've seen many towns and buildings and civilizations come and go. But most of them faded with time so quickly, or were just replaced after they fall.
Oh yeah, that do sound kind of lame.
There are a few that I've seen from where I'm from, but they're all currently, I would say, occupied by others.
So that kind of a tune. Well, thanks for the info.
So what brings you all out here? Is it for that hag you were all talking about?
Something like that. Actually, you wouldn't happen to know of the secret way to Barter's Bay through the swamp, would you?
I don't know anything like that. I would avoid the high cliffs, though, if that's where you need to go.
That's the not long way. What's wrong with the high cliffs?
Oh, many not so friendly creatures, teeth and scales, that breathe magic up there. Wingless beasts, but dangerous nonetheless.
Well, that does sound unpleasant.
Well, guess we're doing the long way.
No, that is the long way.
Well, guess we're doing the short way.
Gotta find it first.
Well, guess we're doing the long way.
This is the worst dream.
I don't think you're dreaming, Red One.
You're definitely not.
Bloodbeard looks over at Emilio. He just squints his eyes.
Emilio's passed out still.
Oh, I know. Well, Emilio's head didn't explode, so I guess I'm not dreaming. Ugh.
Wow.
I'm never healing him again. Fucking saved.
All right. Either way, you guys could talk to Cedrus or go back to rest. depend, you can do whatever you want to, but whatever it is, the next day will come either way afterwards.
Bloodbeard's gonna be like, can I get a little closer to you? Do you mind a friendly nap, mate?
I don't mind. Shall I lean a bit over? Help keep the rain off all of you.
You can if you like. Bloodbeard's gonna squirm his way over to the tree, and the sleeping bag is just gonna curl up and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Best friends.
Seems like this Treants trust people, at least, so that's definitely like a nice bonus for you guys.
Yeah.
They didn't get murdered by Treant.
Yeah, I mean, you also heard, found some news about that there are people disguising as others in the town. So.
It's not.
Yeah.
Time to pop out the old Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Tingle Inquisition.
So, when the morning comes, the rest of you, after shifts and stuff like that, wake up, stir awake, everything's still damp, but you stay drier than you probably should have, with the trance help. Cedrus seems to kind of stir awake a bit as you guys start to make noise and pack up. Well, if you're ever around here, stop by. I'm pretty sure I'll be here for at least a few weeks.
Well, thank you. It was nice to meet you. By the way, I'm the Wanderer.
Nice to meet you, Wanderer.
Bloodbeard, pleasure to meet you.
Same for you. As by the way, Amelia, you're probably stirring awake and seeing this tree talk for the first fucking time, and same with you, Zubrik.
Kind of terrified.
Yeah, and everyone's like kind of chumming with it.
Am I high again?
You better not be.
No, these things are normal.
He told me about some really interesting ancient ruins, Zubrik, so play nice.
Zubrik, you could give me an Arcana check, actually. Treants live extremely old. Depending on how old this thing is, it might know things that aren't written down in books and such so easily. The only thing is, it doesn't find normal valuable things that people find valuable as valuable too. So like bartering for information and stuff like that can be a little tough with Treants.
Right.
They also have great memory.
All right. Does this thing live here?
I'm
Apparently it does,
Cedrus,
man. Yep.
and I
Sign
come
up.
quite from the north normally. Near the moving wilds, actually. I see more of their kind, and points towards Clover.
Oh.
Where I'm
I don't
from.
I don't think I've met you before, but I've met other Ents. Do you know of Caesar?
Caesar.
Really big cedar.
Name sounds familiar. I'm sure that I've come across him once or twice.
Well, if I see him, I'll tell him you said hi.
Let them know I'm all right if you see them before me.
Will do.
Will you be here long?
Few more weeks as my friends heal my body.
Do you mind if I pay you a visit later?
I don't mind. Some company is always nice.
Tingle, keep your schedule free.
You got it, Zubrik.
Why do you need to visit Cedrus?
Because me and Tingle seek knowledge. This thing is perpetually ancient.
I have seen many come and go.
Well, that was a far less sketchy reason than I expected, so enjoy visiting, yes.
Could I possibly do to a treant?
I don't know, you do a lot of sketchy things.
Well, we could both mostly die to a treant.
That is true.
I have no reason to harm you, unless you're going to harm me.
Good policy.
What was that?
Good policy.
Now, you're gonna be on your way. Hopefully these might help. Say hello to the others, if you see more like me. And he kind of brings a branch over, and there's a few little berries on it.
Thank
Oh.
you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Cool.
It's just a good. It's just a good berry spell for you.
Yeah,
You all that were wondering. So you could fill up, basically get your breakfast. and such.
Delicious.
the best
My
berries.
good berry tastes like bacon.
Why does everything have to taste like bacon?
Because it tastes the best.
Because that's what people taste like.
Yeah.
We
From-
consume a lot of salt, don't we?
The closest to human flesh.
Oh god.
For the sake of keeping tabs on this treant, Zubrik's gonna brain deadly pull out a piece of paper, write down his name, and draw a symbol on it and hand it to him. Hold on to this for now. Consider it a gift.
What use do I have with this? And he kind of takes it in the branch and looks at it, and it kind of flutters in the breeze.
To remember us by.
Well, you see he's quite delicate. He takes it and folds it a few times, and then he folds it in a way where it kind of can twist around one of his branches, and just leaves it there.
I feel like I just handed him his niece or nephew at one point. Alright, cool.
All right.
One of the things is when Emilio woke up, he was gonna draw one card for that dream.
Okay. Let me just recall the thing. Shuffle. And draw one. Your one card reading is Knight of Swords upside down.
Alrighty.
So yeah. As you all, pack up your stuff, get back to the skiffs, you can go back the path you kind of came. Try to get back. That's probably the safest way. So, following Lauren's direction, you head all the way back to town. And again, there are a group of people that have kind of gathered around the mob or about the sheriff's place. However,
Do the thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
into an alley I go.
okay, while you're casting detect magic, I need the rest of you to give me a perception check. I'll say you have the kid with you too, but the kid's awake, still exhausted. I'll say you guys have asked it just basically, are you all right kind of questions for now, and we're going to question the kid with the sheriff. As you're looking around, as you get closer to the mob, one thing you realize, sheriff's gone.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, there's no one really trying to calm the people down, and there's a few of them at his door knocking and pounding at it.
Make way, make way. Rational lockpicker coming through. Albert's gonna check to see if the door is actually open before he proceeds to try to open up the.
No, it isn't open.
All right. Do. Oof.
You're struggling. You know, it's not actually like working, and there's technically a lot of people watching.
Yeah.
Performance anxiety.
Yeah.
Well, he's a shy picker.
While that's happening, Zuber's gonna reach into his cage to grab Eleanor, realize she's not there, and snap her back to his
Okay.
hand.
When you do bring her back, you yeah, she appears. She seems normal, still like an owl.
Anything to tell me?
You would get the sense always nearby town.
I'll let my head detective know that.
Okay.
Always nearby town.
The bird
The bird is always in a nearby
is
town.
constantly watching the town.
I see. That makes more
You
sense.
were promoted over me. I don't understand.
Hey, you promoted me.
You're correct. This was my fault. I take full responsibility. You having trouble there, Bloodbeard?
Yes. I'm very shy when it comes to doing this.
Okay, we'll form a perimeter around you so no one can see what you're doing.
The whole town's here.
Well, they'll not be able
Can't
to
do
see
anything about it.
directly what you're doing.
And I'm just speaking to the crowd. I don't think he's coming back for a little while. If you like, you could ask us questions. We might be able to help.
What you hear like, what's going on? Did you find the people that have gone missing? Who's the kid? Like you would hear a bunch of questions like that, which you can actually answer, and you know,
I'm gonna answer as nicely as I can without hurting feelings or causing uproar.
Oh god.
Okay, give me.
Performance?
Yeah, it'll be performance.
There we go.
Okay. When you kind of shout the answers back, they seem pretty satisfied with some of the answers. Like, where'd the sheriff go? If he here?
He went to go help us. He should be back pretty soon. I'll let you know when, okay?
All right. Like, when are you close to fixing all of the things that's going on in the town?
We're getting there. I don't want to give you a time frame, but things are going quite well.
Give me I'll just give me another performance check, or persuasion.
Should we warn them about the red caps?
No.
Okay.
I
There-
feel
Let
like-
them die
I feel like-
unaware.
I-
Alright.
I feel like if they see a tiny gnomish-looking man with a bloody hat, giant steel boots, and a tiny little sickle, they will either run away, or if they don't run away, us warning them probably wouldn't help them because they deserved it.
I just
Then-
don't want them to panic.
Didn't help the last two houses that were ransacked. At least they'll know someone's coming. They'll be on guard.
I guess that's a good.
After, like, the Clover, you tried to persuade them that things would end, but they're, will be taken care of pretty quickly. But you could see that people are kind of murmuring and not so happy with that answer as they kind of start dispersing here and there, having to go back to what they need to do. You eventually, Bloodbeard, as the crowd clears, anxiety drops, and you're like, yeah, easy peasy. Pick the lock, open the door. You guys
This
make
man
your
said
way,
he skiffed before.
and you all make your way into the sheriff's place.
Usually, if there's locking and skiffing, then Anyway, I don't usually have to use lockpicks during that.
Are we back in Ogaris? It's the kid.
We're a little bit out.
Did any of my retainers make it back?
We're still looking for them.
I think one of them might have found us, but they've ascended into a higher form. Unless, of course, one of your retainers was a floating ball. In which case, that's pretty cool, kid.
The kid kind of realizes, understands partially that means. I mean, doesn't really know what to say. They slump into a chair.
Bloodbeard's gonna be searching the building. Preferably for the sheriff, but
I know the sheriff went to go look for the missing tools. Did he tell us where he was going to look for them?
I don't believe so.
You said he
I'll
was.
ask him. Sorry?
I will say you probably knew that he was going to definitely take a look at the things that have gone missing, because he was just told that too. But afterwards, where he said he was going wasn't clear. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, after 10 minutes, Tingle walks down an alley going, "Okay, time to scan this crowd that's already dispersed."
Clover took care of it a little faster than you could cast it, and when you come back, they're all gone. You kind of catch the glances of a few of them.
Oh.
Didn't seem like a...
Tingle, come in. Where
I
have you
can
been?
Look at so many people and tell they're worth nothing. Anyways,
How long does that last?
it lasts for spells, I believe 10 minutes.
Okay.
Scroll, wrong.
Do we have any more leads to follow now?
Well, unless we can get everyone back together.
well,
There
either we hang out for the town watch at night, or we try to jump something at the blacksmith.
There was still the one farmhouse we never went to. One of the original places that was hit.
Did we not go there?
We went to the family's house.
Ah,
Family that went missing, right?
Yes, we haven't hit the farmhouse where the two farmers went missing.
Yes, I believe the farmers went missing, and also something about
Glad you're
life.
keeping up.
Something with livestock. I mean, you all blame me for it, so...
Hold on a second. Did we give him permission to talk today?
Yes. He's allowed to do what he wants to do.
You all...
You can leave if you like to leave,
you
but
missed...
you're being very helpful and we would like if you'd stay.
Yes, I was gonna say what Trey and Cedrus said yesterday, basically exonerates me, does it not?
I mean, if we're going for an actual legal standpoint, if the treant you're talking to is actually a hag, you are sort of guilty by association, but not on purpose. I mean, if there's people dead, maybe like reckless endangerment, manslaughter. It's not your fault, though.
Also, I don't know if treants are technically citizens, so his testimony might be inadmissible in a court.
I was more less thinking along the lines of courts, but just logical thought.
I mean, none of us saw the sheriff, so only he can do that.
Yeah.
Sheriff Bloodbeard.
It might not be it might be a terrible idea to ask people around town where they stored all their old mining equipment.
Or maybe we should try and go to that blacksmith and follow the sheriff's trail? Because if he just got taken or killed.
Yeah.
There's a moment. Oh wait, no, sorry. Not the right timing. Go ahead.
I don't mind that. I don't mind going there first. And if we do see a trail, we can always try to follow it. It did rain hard last night. The trail might have been.
We're gonna skip over the barn then.
Do you mind if we go to the tavern first and drop the kid off? I don't want to take him everywhere we go.
Yeah, it's true.
He would be
Yeah.
a burden, yes.
If he dies, then we can't get more money.
We could always just have Haloran watch the kid and leave Haloran
Yeah.
behind.
That's not a bad idea.
I wouldn't mind at all. And I'm sure Halzer wouldn't mind a friend for a bit.
Sounds really.
I'm
And make
still
sure to let
suspicious
him
of
know.
that kid.
Yes, but make sure to let the kid know that we're all very poor, so any method of gratitude that he can think of that involves money would be great.
No, I can hear you.
Yeah, kid, we're really poor, and any method of money that you can think of as a way of gratitude would be really great.
I don't mean to dash any of your hopes, but I don't even know how I'm going to get back to my home.
Well, you're in luck, kid, because we're a band of adventurers with a heart of gold and pockets that need plenty of it. We'll make sure you get back home safe after we take care of this job.
I like that thinking, boy, dude.
I just look over to the Wanderer and Emilio. Do they not know how to talk to kids?
I
How
don't
old is
think
this
so.
kid, by the way?
Maybe
Good
like
question.
maybe like 9 or 10. You could tell he's very well spoken though. He's
Yeah, he's
pretty
got the deepest voice ever, so I keep.
Sorry.
Let's talk.
sorry.
I miss my mother and my father.
He is very like smart. You could tell that he's articulate and knows how to speak now that he's kind of regathered himself a bit.
What are you a lord of anyways?
I'm not a lord myself, but my father is the lord of, well, give me a second. Cathis.
Sometimes he's articulate. Sometimes he has to think about basic facts about his life.
My father is the lord of Cathis and holds the line against the front lines against the Leonins. Is it Leonin? Give me a second.
Leon, yeah.
Larness. The forces of Larness to the north. The other country.
Right.
Okay.
That was a very confusing slip up there.
We do need to deal with what's happened to this town first. I don't think it'll be longer than a week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And then after that, we'll get you back to your home.
And then we can start for Barteris Bay.
Yes.
Why do you want to go to such an awful place?
First off, that is entirely subjective. Secondly, I have
place for thieves, bandits, and pirates.
at your
What does he
service.
look like?
I don't know. Is this a Lauren or the kid talking?
It's sorry, it's the kid.
Simultaneously at the same time.
It's the kid. Yeah,
Does it
they're
have
they're
high
talking
five?
in sync actually. No, it's just the kid.
Secondly, I have a rival and enemy there who might know what happened to, or the bastards who did it in my crew. So, alternatively, may have seen them. Maybe they were glowing floating orbs like your retainer. Not really sure on that one.
The kid turns to Lauren and is like, is there a way I can get a letter out? Maybe I can ask Father for some safe passage back home.
I'm insulted.
Oh my.
You can see Lauren like thinks for a minute and it's like there's a messenger that comes by every 2 weeks. I'm sure they can take your message up if they need to. Either way, So do you want me to look after the kids?
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
As much as enjoyable as it would be to prove to the young lord that we are capable in combat and protecting people, I would hate to see him turn into hag.
He kind of agrees with all that and then starts leading Aelor out as the rest of you.
Before he goes,
Uh-huh.
Emilio's gonna be like, "Oh, right, here," and he hands him the little latch box that he found from the smash cart, and the blue rag he also found from there.
The blue rag kind of matches his clothing, parts of the ripped, tattered patterns and stuff like that.
I think these are yours, or maybe your retainers. You might want them back.
He takes the little lockbox. I believe you. Did you guys open it and take the insides?
Yeah.
So it's just the box.
No, I'm handing him back the stuff that's in the box
Oh,
too.
okay. I asked if you guys took.
An empty box.
I was like, oh, you're just gonna return the empty
No,
box.
it has the
As
letter.
he's handing him the box, he leans forward and you can just see the necklace that was inside on his neck.
Yeah. So like, cause I believe you took the necklace out, right?
Yeah, then he put it back in the box. He's not gonna.
Okay.
Oh, this is mine now.
Okay. You take it out. You give it back to him. He goes, thanks. Thank you. Please stay safe, all of you.
You as well.
And
Before I leave, I pluck a clover from my hair. I hand it to him. It's for good luck.
I just lower
Everyone do
Clover's
cocaine.
hand.
he's gonna take it. And
I'm an innocent child.
And then as we leave, I kind of giggle and I say, "It's an inside joke now."
Emilio gives you the most disgusted face.
as
I think it's a good joke.
As the kid leaves with the Lord, you guys are left inside the sheriff's place alone. Tingle, your vision would wear off eventually.
Was there anything glowing in the sheriff's office?
The locks to the cell are actually slightly enchanted to be harder to pick magically, without, magical assistance. But other than that, no, not really.
Man, this place is a dump.
We should also lock it as we leave so people don't go rummaging in.
I guess. Emilio, I was meaning to ask. I wasn't paying attention earlier. Why were you trying to strike at that bird?
It had a hag's eye. And it was swearing at me.
I would like to pull out my hag's eyes.
Okay, your two that you have the set.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I? They're not. I don't need to attune to them. Can I attempt to use each?
Yeah. You identified them before, and you learned that you can look through one and see out the other.
Yeah, I just want to see if I haven't even looked through them yet. So
yeah. So
I
when
want to use them for the first.
Yeah. So when you it's weird because you have to kind of close one eye, put the one eye close to yours, which is weird because you're just looking into eyeball until the iris kind of takes your whole vision, seems to grow, and you fall into the iris and you can see out the other eye. And with that, it's kind of jarring because it feels like you're falling in. But eventually, yeah, you can clearly see throughout the other eye with no problem.
Do I see anything else, or is it just the two-way vision?
It's just a two-way vision from what you can tell.
All right. Okay. Never mind.
Should you really be doing that?
Doing what?
Carrying around hag's eyes?
Yes.
Why?
It's with you. I'm my own person. Leave me alone.
It's hag's eyes, though. Shouldn't be carrying them around.
It's kind of odd that that's the one you're focusing on to disagree with him carrying around.
Well, I didn't know he was carrying them around. Listen, I had a really weird dream last night. And I had a lot of eyes. Now we have, what, 3 that we know of?
I mean,
the-
sorry.
Can the hags see through these eyes?
I think so.
Uh,
At least
Through
that's...
the ones that we have? I don't think so.
Oh
I
yeah,
just
but
tried them.
you
Well, it
can
seems like two-way vision.
you can give me an Arcana check, Zubrik. Wow, lots of decent rolls today. With the 21, you will know that the item you have in front of you is a magical set. It was made specifically for one to work with the other. The fact that hags had a hag had it, maybe it was just something that they somehow were able to make. Either way, also with the Arcana check, you would learn that yes, hags are known to be able to keep their eyes out elsewhere. By creating such a thing. The only thing is, you remember that there is a bit of danger to this, but you can't really be sure what the danger is to doing that. They don't do it too often unless they need to keep an eye out in places.
So there's danger to using them?
There's a danger to it because it links them all together.
I see.
And normally they're not made in a pair because that probably takes a lot longer and more magic to deal with.
Right. Alright. They're perfectly fine.
I don't know. I had a really creepy dream last night, so I just don't trust them. Put them away.
How many eyes were in that dream?
7.
7.
Oh.
Are we heading to the tavern?
I think we're headed
There's
to the
no
blacksmith.
To the blacksmith.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
There's nothing here, so
All right.
Bloodbeard will lock up on the way out as best he can.
You lock
Also,
up.
should we keep going tonight?
Don't worry. I have a really good stopping point. When you guys approach the blacksmith, let me pull this up. Blacksmith, so I could just describe it. Green store. Where is it? No. Blacksmith. Okay. When you get to there, you see an abandoned stone building with a forge that hasn't been lit in quite some time. The building stands mostly empty other than a handful of tools that were left behind. The door creaks open as you guys enter. And when you do, you see in the corner of a dark room in this dusty corner, there's the sheriff rummaging through something. Quickly stands up, turns around, and looks at you and goes, "Howdy." And that's where we'll pick up next week. Juno!
Howdy.
This
Oh,
is what
man.
you get.
Does not care for dancing.
Come on. Nope, not
Oh, man.
on there.
You keep
These
too many fun
passwords.
stuff on
I
your desk.
do. I have a lot of fun stuff on my desk. But either way, that's where we'll end it, everyone. I know
Alrighty.
it's not like this episode wasn't like super ecstatic. I actually skipped a fight thing because I didn't think it worked well with the timing.
You were gonna make us fight the ant?
No, the ant was
The water
always
dragons.
Water
Crocodile.
swamp monster.
Actually, you were not far off. It was gonna be a water weird.
Oh, I hate
Oh,
Yeah, you guys didn't like him the first time. But obviously, you have figured out what's going on at the town. It's a hag. You've been bashed over the head with that knowledge.
Yeah.
Now,
and now we've met a man that can't possibly be that man.
maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Maybe it is the real sheriff. We don't
Maybe
know.
we're going to kill the real sheriff.
That would be really stupid and funny. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed. We'll be back next week, hopefully, and continuing on the following Fridays afterwards. I unfortunately, I have my last semester of college that I start next week. So if the schedule becomes unstable, it's my fault. But I want to finish strong because I don't mean to brag, but I've been doing pretty good at school.
Hell yeah.
I've been getting them A's and B's, most holding above 3.5 GPA. And I failed a class in the beginning, so there's that.
Oh, yes, my 3.5 GPA.
Hey, as a C student back in high school, like, this is like awesome. It feels nice to be like doing well in school.
Oh yeah. Congrats.
So
Smart boy.
hopefully I can finish out strong, but I will try to make sure we can play D&D every Friday still. So I will try my hardest. Like, it's only if things really get out of hand at school that I might, skip a week or two. But either way,
I mean, it's okay if you want to skip weeks. I don't think any of us mind.
Yeah.
yeah.
We can do other things with our Friday, like wallow in self-existential dread.
Hey.
Watch a movie, play a game.
And then
Existential dread.
again wallow in existential dread.
I mean, that's just your everyday situation these days. Hey,
Either way, thank you everyone that have stuck around and watched this. Hopefully you all start figuring out what's actually going on or where they're hiding, because yeah, it's hags, and probably more than just one at this point.
I'm so sick of these hags.
I know.
Millie's about to stand in the center of town and start screaming for them to come out. He doesn't want to go looking.
Challenge me, you fuckers. Yeah. Bring that crow out. He cursed at me. Let's see how you like White Thornwood.
Oh man.
But yeah, if you have anything you want to say to me, feel free to say it now, but well, thanks, I guess. But either way, I would appreciate more constructive versions of that word, I guess.
Be less of a bitch. No.
That works.
damn.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week, so I hope everyone enjoyed, and thank you for checking us out. We were Roll Call. We'll be back. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Signing off to everybody.
I'm gonna be heading to bed soon, but Pete, just to let you know, I will be unavailable the final Friday of January, so the 29th.
Okay.
And I will also I don't know. I may or may not be unavailable on March 5th as well. I'm not
March.
sure yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for telling me in advance. Just tell me again. The 29th
Yeah.
I might remember, but tell me again like the week before.
Yeah. I'm still not sure about the 5th. It's
All
I
right.
might be by a computer.